What is the use of blockchain? Hello, and welcome back to CryptoTrends, guys. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Today's video is an informative one regarding one of the hottest topics of discussion in recent times. So without any further delay, let's start the video. Maybe you heard about blockchain, logged onto the internet and read some articles or watched a few videos to figure out how the blockchain works. And if you still haven't heard of it, not to be rude, but you must be living under a rock. Okay, let's assume you have a general understanding of blockchain. However, you might still be confused about the utility of this technology in the real world. You might be cautious about this technology just like some traditional financial gurus who distrust this technology and label it a scam. To clear that misunderstanding and confusion up, we present some applications of blockchain technology. Before we proceed, let's quickly go over what a blockchain is. In layman's terms, it's a database that everyone can access and hold a copy of. Every person with a copy can add new data to this database, but no one can change any data once it's already in there. This feature ensures that blockchain is tamper-proof and has the kind of transparency that everyone craves in today's world. So how can it be used? So here we present 10 uses of the blockchain technology. Number 1. Let's start with the most obvious and most popular application of blockchain, and that is cryptocurrencies. The most popular cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, was launched in 2008. It allowed people to directly transact with one another without having to go through third parties such as banks or other financial institutions. Currently, there are over 1,600 different cryptocurrencies in existence. Cryptocurrencies allowed people to bypass the traditional payment channels and thereby protect their privacy. Now, let's look beyond cryptocurrencies. Number 2, let's look at how blockchain technology can be used in cars, for example. Ever heard of odometer fraud? Odometer tampering allows cheats to make a car appear newer and less worn out, thus allowing them to fleece customers. Innocent buyers end up paying more than what the car is worth. Government agencies try to counter this by collecting the mileage of cars when they do a safety inspection, but that's hardly enough. Instead, we could adopt a tamper-proof method by replacing regular odometers with smart ones connected to the internet, which frequently record the mileage to a blockchain. This would create a secure digital certificate for each car. Because this method employs a blockchain, no one can tamper with the data and the vehicle's history is publicly available. This is already being developed by Bosch, and they are currently testing it on a fleet of 100 cars in Germany and Switzerland. In other words, blockchains can be effectively employed to keep track of things over time. Besides odometers, you can also keep track of things like intellectual property or patents, or it can even function as a notary. Number 3. If you didn't know, a notary is someone who can confirm and verify signatures on legal documents. We might just as well use blockchain technology for this purpose. For instance, the website Stamped.io enables users to upload documents to the Bitcoin or Ethereum blockchain. It is then quite easy to prove that one created or signed a document on a certain date and time, just like a notary. However, this application of blockchain is not legally acceptable right now, as blockchains are currently not considered as a substitute for notaries from a legal standpoint. Number 4. Another interesting application is digital voting. Currently, voting happens either through ballot paper or through computers running proprietary software. Conducting elections through ballot paper is a costly affair, whereas electronic voting has genuine security issues which can be exploited by nefarious elements. In recent years, we've even seen countries move away from digital voting and adopt paper again because they fear that electronic votes can be tampered with and influenced by hackers. However, instead of going back to paper, we could employ blockchains to securely cast and store votes. A blockchain-based system would be very transparent, as everyone could verify the vote count for themselves while at the same time being tamper-proof. Agora, a Swiss company, is already developing such a system. Reportedly, Agora is going to make the entire technology open source. However, some practical challenges hinder its large-scale adoption. First and foremost, one must solve the problem of voter identification without compromising privacy. Secondly, if you allow people to vote with their computers or phones, you have to take into account the fact that those might be infected with malware designed to tamper with the voting process. And the final challenge, a system like this must be able to withstand denial of service attacks because that could render the whole thing unusable. It's easier said than done, but if it does become a reality, it could make for a more transparent voting system. Number 5. Let's move to yet another example, the food industry. Big establishments such as food chains or factories could use blockchain technology to track their food products from the moment they are harvested or manufactured up to when they end up in the hands of customers. Every year, around 500,000 or around 400,000 people die due to issues related to food safety, and mostly this happens because of the inability to detect and isolate the affected food. Blockchains would ensure the creation of a virtual record for each item of food, proving where it came from and where it has been. So if any error or contamination is detected, it could be traced back to its origin and quickly alert other people who had bought the same batch of affected items. Retail giant Walmart and computer giant IBM are currently working on such a system. It helped them trace the origin of a box of mangoes in merely 2 seconds compared to days or weeks with an orthodox system. A system like this could help other industries too. It could be used to track regular items and battle counterfeit or duplicate goods by allowing anybody to verify whether or not the product comes from the manufacturer they think it does. Number 6. Another potential use of blockchain would be to track parcels and packages by using a blockchain. The American company IBM, which deals with computer hardware, middleware, and software, is partnering with shipping company Maersk to create a decentralized ledger to help with making the world trade of goods smoother and more efficient. Number 7. Blockchains can be even more powerful and useful when something called smart contracts are added to them. These contracts are little computer programs that kind of live on the blockchain and perform actions when certain predetermined conditions are met. Insurance companies could use smart contracts to validate claims and calculate a payout, or they could allow us to only pay for car insurance when we're driving. But it goes even further. With smart contracts, people can secure their data on blockchain. For instance, they could allow people to store their medical records on a blockchain and only allow doctors to access them when they approve it with a digital signature. Number 8. In the same fashion, you could store your identity there and choose what data you want to reveal. For example, ordering booze in a bar only requires people to prove that they are over the legal drinking age, and with smart contracts, people can deliver that proof without disclosing any other personal information. Number 9. One problem of artists is collecting royalties. Artists often complain about how they are unfairly paid for the content that they create. Blockchain could solve this problem. Imagine a future streaming service that could set up 2 smart contracts, one to which users send their monthly subscription and one that keeps track of what the user has listened to. At month's end, the so-called smart contract holding the predetermined subscription fee can automatically distribute the needful to artists based on the number of times their songs have been listened to. As simple as that. Number 10. Another industry that would immensely benefit from the use of blockchain technology is the real estate industry. It is seen that on average, a homeowner tends to sell his or her home every 6 to 8 years, and on average, a person changes their home at least 12 times in their life. Blockchain can accelerate the selling process by swiftly verifying the financial aspects. Also, due to its encryption system, it will reduce fraud and would offer transparency in the whole buying and selling process. As you can see, blockchain technology can be used in so many different fields, and the use of it most certainly will allow the smooth running of them. This video provides a brief overview of how blockchain can be used, and it is by no means an exhaustive list of all its utilities. For that, we would need a much longer video. Let us know in the comments section below what your favorite application of blockchain technology is and if you found this video interesting. Do drop us a like and consider getting subscribed to our channel for more content like this. Also, press the bell icon for future updates. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and we hope to see you soon.